This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be made glad in it. Come on, if you're excited about being alive today, will you give God glory all over the building? Come on, will you lift up your voice in this place? And let's magnify the name of our great God, who is worthy and who is deeply, deeply involved in our lives. I am so grateful for this privilege to be back at FCBC. What a joy it is every time I receive this invitation and I have the opportunity to come back home and share with my FCBC family. It is an honor that I don't take for granted. Pastor Mike knows a lot of preachers, and so I'm just grateful that he allows his little brother to come back and preach. Can we thank God for our pastor? Amen. Can we thank God for our executive pastor, Reverend Lakeisha? Amen. What a great gift they offer to the world. I know for sure that my journey would not be half as effective as it has been without these two providing leadership and investing in me the way they have, and the way this entire congregation has and continues to invest in me. So I thank FCBC for being a part of my development, part of my journey. Amen. To my sisters in the ministry, to all my sisters and brothers in the spirit, it's just a good day to be alive, a good day to be alive. Amen. Young Adult Sunday is a very special Sunday for me, particularly when I was here. It was one of the responsibilities that I enjoyed. This weekend I enjoyed executing with Lena and the entire Young Adult ministry. So this is a great, great day for me. There are some persons here from the Mount Zion Church who are playing hooky from our church, so they can be here today. And I understand they use church resources to get here. Shame on them. But I am grateful. I'm so grateful. There they are. I see them over there. I'm so grateful that they made their way down here to share with us today. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. 2 Kings chapter 7. 2 Kings chapter 7. I'll commence at verse 3. 2 Kings chapter 7. I'll commence at verse 3. When you have it, will you say amen? 2 Kings chapter 7. I know it'll be available to us on the screen, but 2 Kings chapter 7. I'll commence at verse 3. Verse 3. Are we together? All right. You'll find these words translated from Hebrew into English in the New Revised Standard Version of the Bible this way. Now there were 4 leprous men outside the city gate who said to one another, "Why should we sit here until we die? If we say, 'Let us enter the city,' the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. But if we sit here, we shall also die. Therefore, let us desert to the Aramean camp. If they spare our lives, we shall live. If they kill us, we shall but die." So they arose at twilight to go to the Aramean camp. But when they came to the edge of the camp, there was no one there at all. For the Lord had caused the Aramean army to hear the sound of chariots and of horses and the sound of a great army, so that they said to one another, "The king of Israel has hired the kings of the Hittites and the kings of Egypt to fight against us." So they fled away in the twilight and abandoned their tents, their horses, and their donkeys, leaving the camp just as it was, and fled for their lives. When these leprous men had come to the edge of the camp, they went into a tent and ate and drank and carried off silver, gold, and clothing, and went and hid them. They came back, entered another tent, carried off things from it, and went and hid them. Then they said to one another, What we are doing is wrong. This is a day of good news. If we are silent and wait until the morning light, we will be found guilty. Therefore, let us go and tell the king's household." Verse 3 arrests my attention. Verse 3 arrests my attention. It says, why should we sit here until we die? For time as I to share, I want to think on the thought, a case for change. A case for change. Thank you for those who stood in reverence of God's word, a case for change. For 242 years now, America has experimented with the principles of democracy, a government earthed in the will of the people and ushered by the vision of the people, which is why those words, we the people, ring so loudly when we heard them on the lips of the 44th president of the United States. This is a time in our lives, particularly a moment of national crisis, because what we understand, those of us who are of African descent, we have not simply lived in America, but the reality is we continue to survive the interlocking systems of oppression and the structural violence that we call democracy. Because if we'll be honest, America has never really been a democracy, but in fact, America is a kleptocracy. It is a nation that is built on stolen land and stolen people. It is a nation that is built on the genocide of Native Americans and the trafficking of African bodies, which is why if we live in a country that is built on stolen land and stolen people, why will we ever be surprised about gentrification in Harlem and mass incarceration in the United States? Because stealing people and stealing land is what America does. This is a heritage of hate, a politics of prejudice, and for 242 years America has failed to really live out democracy, because what we find out is that the best democracy we get is the one that some rich person can buy. This is not a democracy, but this is a kleptocracy. But nonetheless, we live, as we hear again and again, that we live in a nation of laws, and I understand that, and to some extent I appreciate that, but to think about this, it is very clear that there are times that we have to be slapped awake, because although we're a nation of laws, laws do change. I like that laws do change, and maybe I'll stay right here, because in a country that is rooted in democracy, what we know is that voting is a cardinal feature of citizenship. It is a cardinal feature of democracy. If you are a part of a nation, then you have an obligation to vote to make sure that nation lives up to its highest creeds and its highest ideals. But no, my brothers and sisters, although voting is a central feature of what it means to be a part of a democracy, for 399 years as stolen people here on stolen land, our participation in the democratic process has always been challenged, has always been limited, and has always been questioned. Am I in here? Am I telling the truth? That although we live in the land of the free and the home of the brave, just being free does not guarantee you the right to vote in these yet to be United States. But I'm so glad that laws do change. Prior to 1870 and the passage of the 15th Amendment, black people and non-land owning white people were not allowed to vote. But thank God that laws change. Prior to 1920, women were denied the right to vote regardless of their ancestral footprint. But thank God that laws change. Prior to 1924, Native Americans were not allowed to vote in this country, but I thank God that laws do change. Prior to 1944 and the Supreme Court decision in Smith versus Allwright, black people could not participate in democratic processes, in democratic primaries. But you know what? I thank God that laws do change. Prior to 1965 and the passage of the Voting Rights Act, black people had to stare down the barrel of guns, experience the piercing teeth of dogs, acquiesce to literacy tests, and spend their last on poll tax in order to vote. But oh, I thank God that laws change. In fact, there ought to be a thunderous applause in this place that laws do change. Because laws change, we now have the capacity to participate in the system and make it better each and every time we show up at the polls. But Pastor, I did say laws change, and some laws that change are not always for the better. You all remember in 2013, the Supreme Court gutted the Voting Rights Act, which now allows states to implement their own voting laws, which sometimes leads to voter suppression and gerrymandering. Did you hear what I just said? Because of the Supreme Court, that now 45 gets to put another nominee on. Our voting rights have been gutted. Our voting rights have been limited. Now instead of people electing their politicians, now politicians get to elect their voters, because in 2013 they decided to compromise the law for the worse. I don't know if y'all heard what I just said. In 2013, the Voting Rights Act, that which protects our right to vote, was gutted and now allows states to implement their own rights, which now allows black people to get purged from the list without notice, which now causes, which still disallows the formerly incarcerated to vote. That's a bad move. In fact, I call into question Donald Trump's presidency, not simply because of Russian aid, but I call into question his legitimacy because he's the first president since 1965 that was elected when black people were being systematically kept from the polls because of bad laws connected to the 2013 decision. But anybody here thank God that laws do change, and if they've changed before, we can change them again. In fact, are there any revolutionaries in here today that can say, this is my country too? I too sing America, but I'm the darker brother. They send me to the kitchen when company comes, but I athlete and I grow strong. Anybody here say, I too am America, and I have a right to vote. I have a right to be everything that God has allowed me to be. My brothers and sisters, I thank God that laws do change. But you know what? Not only do laws change, but there is the law of change. And it's the law of change that we really need to talk about today, because if you are alive, then you ought to expect change to come. If you are alive, you have to be willing to make some changes in order for you to live out the fullness and the glory of who God has called you to be. I know you don't like that because nobody really likes change, but if you stop changing, you stop growing, and if you stop growing, you stop living. In fact, I like how JFK says it, that change is the law of life, and those who always look to the past and look to the present will surely miss their future. And I need to know, are there any people in the building today that can say, I have a future? I know I've been through a lot, but I have a future. I know I've made some bad decisions, but I have a future. I know there have been some town turns and some drama and trauma in my life, but I thank God I have a future. Am I by myself, or is anybody else in here who can thank God that there is a future that's waiting for you to stand boldly, waiting for you to cry loud, waiting for you to claim the full authenticity of who God has birthed you to be, which means you got to shake off fatal habits, shake off death-dealing behavior, shake off dusty traditions, shake off impotent practices, because either you change or you die. Well, that's where we are in the text today. In the text, we find these four leprous men, these men who have some skin defect, and they've been pushed to the outskirts of the city. They've been forced to live at the entrance to the city gate because there was something different about their skin. And what I love here is that now they have to negotiate what their next move is going to be. They have to negotiate what their future shall entail. And so can I say a few things about this text and then I'll go to my seat? Okay, here it is. They show us as I look at these four men, they show us a complicated resilience because although they find themselves layered and affected by their skin condition, what I love about these brothers, what I love about these leprous persons is that they decide that their future is still in their hands, and that blessed me for a lot of reasons. I hope I can get there in a moment, but here these four lepers, they seem to come out of nowhere in this story. Their story doesn't seem to fit in the narrative that we've been given in chapter 6 or in chapter 8, and here we find them that the pressures of their social scene have offered them with options of fatality. Either they can die by starvation, they can die by penalty of the law, or they can die by the weapons of their enemies. They've been confronted with death-dealing options, and as here they are in the midst of a famine, as their bodies begin to feed on themselves because of limited food, and because the support and the resources that were being pushed into the city are being dried up. These leprous men stand outside the gate of the city and they start negotiating about what their life will look like if they dare to take one more step beyond the places that they've been locked in and the places that they've called home. And child of God, I don't know about you, but when I look at this text, what I appreciate about these men is that they say, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die because I decided to try to live. In a real sense, they say, if we stay here, we'll surely die. If we go into the city, we'll surely die. But if we go to the enemy's camp, there's a slim chance that we just might live. And that blessed me because what they say is we might die, but we're not going to die here. It might not look good right now, but if I'm going down fighting, I'm going down trying, and I'm going down living. Are there any people in the building like that that can say, I'm in charge of my destiny, and if death is on the way, it's going to come because I tried to live. Even when death tried to hold me down, when death tried to eat up my joy, when death tried to wound my spirit, if I'm gonna die, it's because I died trying to live. Are there any people in here today that say, I have a thirst for life? In fact, I lean into life, and if leaning into life leads to my death, at least I died doing what I've been called to do. At least I died walking in my full manifestation. Anybody in here today, can you give God some glory because you're able to thank God that even if death is on the way, it's not going to happen here. I don't know what your here is, but you better tell yourself you have options. In fact, you ought to get some Olivia Pope in you, and you are never out of options because there is something about your thirst for life that fuels your footsteps, that drives your imagination. I need some dreamers and visionaries in the house today that can say, I got more than one option. You can't lock me out. You can't lock me down. You can't shackle me in places that cannot feed me because I know who I am and I know what I deserve, and I always have at least one more option to make life possible. Don't miss this. The reason why they're in a famine, it's not a natural famine, but it's a famine connected to what's known as siege warfare. The enemy would surround a city, and they would put all their forces around the city in order to starve that city, in order to suffocate that city, because no resources came in and no resources went out. So they surrounded that city. Before they ever picked up a sword in order to destroy them, they used policy and military to starve them, to squeeze them, to suffocate them. And I have a funny feeling y'all know some communities like that, that they've been starved of resources. The schools have been starved of resources because that's what they do to threats. They undereducate threats. They deport threats. They do not provide health care for threats. They try to take SNAP and public housing for threats. Can I get some witnesses in here today that can say, I can't be suffocated because my power and my strength comes from the Most High God. And when my back's up against the wall, I look up to God who gives me the strength to fight. Am I talking to myself? Is there anybody in the building today that can say, you can surround me all you want, but my life is not dictated by what's around me, because you don't know what's in me. What's in me is glory. What's in me is power. What's in me is love. What's in me is strength. I wish you knew the God stuff that you had on the inside of you. The power that created the universe is in your belly. The power that flung stars in the sky, that's the power you have access to. Is there anybody in here that can say, you can surround me all you want, but I won't give in. I won't throw in the towel, because if I die, I'm not gonna die here. If I don't see what's next, I'll still keep walking. I'll still keep moving. I'll still give God the best of my life. Here. It's a call. It's a call to do something different. That's what they decide, Pastor Mike. They decide if we're going to die, we're not going to die here. If death comes knocking on our door and it takes us, it's because we tried to fight our way out of the death that was already holding us. And that's the kind of rebellious spirit you have to live with every single day, where you tell yourself you will not die without fighting. You will not die without pushing forward. You will not die without giving life, everything that you have. In fact, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, do something. Don't just let life happen to you. You need to happen to life. Do something. Let me see. I'm running out of time. Let me see. If I'll never forget. Not long ago, my mother she asked my niece. My niece is 8 years old. She'll be 9 in November. She asked my niece to water the plants around the house. And my mother, she loves plants. The house is just full of plants. But some of the plants are not like the other plants. And so my niece, she doesn't know that. So she's walking around watering all the plants in the house. And my mama runs into her and says, why are you watering that plant? That's a plastic plant. And my niece says, well, it looks real. And she said, well, it's supposed to look real, but it's fake. It's plastic. It's not alive. And I wonder how many of us have spent too many years watering plastic things that have never been alive and never will be alive. You better stop investing in places that cannot grow. Is there anybody here on a Sunday afternoon that can say, I ain't watering plastic people and plastic dreams and plastic jobs and plastic relationships? Show me the real deal. I'm going to invest my energy in what gives life. Here, Pastor Mike, what I love about this is that many of you you've been reading the Bible. I know you read the Bible. And you know most times when there's a leprosy story, the story always ends in healing. They want to be healed from their leprosy because leprosy excludes you from the community. It causes you to lose your vocal capacity. It causes you to live numb. Anybody ever just been numb because of the stuff you've come in contact with? It tried to steal your life. steal your dreams, steal your possibility. I know I'm looking at some folk in here today that can say, I clock in and clock out every week numb. I go home at night numb. I sit at the bar numb. I go to the club numb. I show up to FCBC numb because of the stuff I've come in contact with. But Pastor Mike, they don't get healed of leprosy. And that blessed me because they're not even trying to get healed from leprosy. But what blesses me is that although they have an illness that messes with their lives, they still choose life with the condition that they have. All I'm trying to tell you is that you can live with what you're dealing with. Did y'all hear what I just said? I don't know what your leprosy is, but you can live with it because what locks you out does not have to limit your life. In fact, when you look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, whatever they used to lock you out, it can't limit your life because if they can live with leprosy, then you can live with whatever you're going through. Somebody ought to think back over your life, all the things that hold you hostage, all the things that hold you down, and now tell yourself you can live with it. And you know how I know you can live with it? Because you're still living with it. And if it was going to take you out, it should have done it a long time ago. Is there anybody in the building today that can say, I'm going to keep on living because I can live with it? I can live with bad credit. I can live through bad relationships. I can live through trauma. I can live through rejection. I can live through dismissal. I can live through failure. I can live through sickness because I have the power to live with it. All right. They find themselves at the gate. They find themselves at the gate. There's a complicated resilience, but there's also a consequential responsiveness because it says, just go back and read the story, that they decide to take their chances in the enemy's camp. Whew. I wish you knew how resilient you really were. That you have the power not only to survive in safe spaces, but you believe you can survive in enemy territory. Am I talking to anybody in the building today that can say, I've been behind enemy lines. I've lived behind enemy lines. I worked behind enemy lines. I dated behind enemy lines. I procreated behind enemy lines. But I know God will give me the power to survive dangerous spaces, enemy-riddled spaces. That's what they decide to do. They decide to go into enemy's camp, which means they have to leave the temporary familiarity of their tents in order to receive access into something that's more permanent. And Pastor, I love this about the text. It says that once they got to the edge of the enemy's camp, it was vacant. The enemy was gone. Now that ought to be enough to bless somebody in here today. Is that when they showed up, what they were worried about had already took off. Yee! But did y'all hear what I just said? That the stuff you're worrying about is already handling itself. But don't miss this. Don't miss this. Because the Bible says that they take off because the enemy, they heard horses. They heard chariots. They heard an army. I wish y'all heard what I just said. They run away because they heard chariots. They heard an army. They heard horses. But what they thought was a chariot, what they thought was a horse, what they thought was an army, was just four lepers putting one foot in front of the other. Y'all heard what I just said. The Lord will amplify your footsteps, and every step you take, it'll sound like an army. It'll sound like horses. It'll sound like a chariot. And is there anybody in the building today that can say, Lord, increase
increase my sound. Lord, turn up my footsteps. And I don't know where you're headed, but wherever you're headed, you sound like chariots. You sound like horses. You sound like an army. Is there anybody in the building today that can say that's why I survived every obstacle? Because all I did was show up and the enemy panicked. I showed up and the enemy lost its mind. And that's why, child of God, they don't want me to show up in D.C. because I'll march around that White House and I'll sound like an enemy. I'll sound like chariots. I'll sound like horses. Can I get a witness in the building today that can say every step that I take, I sound like chariots. I sound like horses. I sound like an army. You want to know why you're still here? Because your footsteps are louder than you think they are. Just keep on walking. Walk to work. Walk to the hospital. Walk to court. Walk to church. Wherever you go, you better tell yourself, I sound like chariots. I sound like horses. I sound like an army. It might look like I'm by myself, but all night and all day, the angels keep watching over me. Goodbye, y'all. I'm out of time. But when I think about how I made it to where I am, it's because the Lord amplified my footsteps. And everywhere I go, I got chariots with me. I have an army with me. I have horses with me. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Look out, demon. Look out, boss. Look out, hater. I've got horses, and can't nobody do me like the Lord. Shout yes. Shout yes. I'm trying to quit, but I thank God that they go back after they take all the resources. They go back to their people and they show them that the Lord has provided. Now that may not bless you yet unless you realize that the same people that locked them out of the city are the same people that they turn around and bless. Oh, I thought y'all feel that a little more. The same people that kicked them out of the city are the same people that they share the wealth with. All I'm trying to tell you is kill them with kindness. Did y'all hear me? I said kill them with kindness. They want to hate you, give them a hug. They spread rumors on you, give them a handshake. Just kill them with kindness. In fact, give them a good grin and let them know that no weapon formed against you shall prosper because the Lord is on your side. Can I get a witness in the building today that can say, I can't, I won't fail because the Lord is with me. I'm done, but I got to close with a story. I'm done, y'all. But I thank God that when I show up, I can kill them with kindness because the same God that amplifies my footsteps is the same God that gives me grace and gives me mercy when other folk want me to fail. Let me see if I can tell it this way. Y'all know God never fails, right? You're able to survive this because God never fails. I don't know what winning looks like, but I know God never fails. I don't know what winning looks like, but I know God never fails. My folk, y'all know this story. Not long ago, I went to the hospital in Atlantic County. We call it Atlantic Care. I went to visit one of our members down south. We would say she was low sick. We didn't think she was going to make it. So I go into the hospital. I got on a nice blue suit. I got on a white shirt. I got a a monogram on my shirt. I got a bow tie on, and I know I'm looking good in my brown shoes. And so I go into the hospital. I pray for that dear sister. Thanks be to God, she came home not long after that. And so I leave out of the hospital room. I'm in the elevator, and there's this sister in the elevator. She has on a long black dress, some high heel shoes. I think I saw some red on the bottom of those shoes, Reverend Lakeisha. I don't know what that means. And she had a stethoscope around her neck with a white coat on. And so I asked her, I say, what do you do here? She says, I'm a cardiologist specialist. I say, oh, you're a cardiologist. She says, no, sir. I'm a cardiologist specialist. I say, well, what's a cardiologist specialist? Well, let me give it to you in layman terms. I'm the one they call when the cardiologist fails. And I'm like, man, you a bad sister. She got the bag. I knew she had the bag. And so she looks at me and she says, well, what do you do here? I said, I don't work here. She says, well, what do you doing here? I came to visit a friend of mine. Well, what do you do for a living? I said, well, let me give it to you in layman's terms. I work for the one they call when you fail. Is there anybody in the building today that can thank God that he never fails, that can thank God that no weapon formed against you shall prosper? No financial weapon, no health weapon, no spiritual weapon, no sexual weapon, no occupational weapon, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Shout yeah, shout yeah. Won't he make a way for you? Won't he open doors for you? Won't he provide for you? Shout yes, shout yeah, shout yeah. I'm unshakable, I'm unbreakable, I'm unmovable. Did y'all hear what I just said? I'm unshakable, I'm unbreakable, I'm unmovable, because my God is with me. Shout yes, shout yes.